morning. Welcome to another edition of On the Money with a Certified Financial Group, the first show of 2019. And we are kicking it off with the 18. That is the Oracle of Orlando, Joe Burt, alongside Nancy Heck. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys today?
We're doing great.
Good.
How are you?
Happy New Year.
It is a Happy New Year to you. It is a gorgeous Saturday morning here in Central Florida. It's not too hot. It's not too cold, although I know, Nancy,
Yes, I'm chilly.
Yes, I was going to say, you and I definition of cold is...
I have an extra sweater in my car. I'm regretting not bringing it in.
Really? Well, it's only going to get to 70s today. High 70s. That should be nice and comfortable.
Nice day.
For some people.
All right. Well, now that 2018 is in the rearview mirror, we're looking forward to 2019. And in case you any financial accidents that may have happened, well, that's what we're here on the radio today to put you back on the right track and kick off the new year correctly. Joe, what can they call you about?
Well, as we have been doing this for over 25 years now, we will continue to do it in 2019. Nancy and I are here to take the questions that might be on your mind regarding your personal finances. As we say, we go through life trying some of this, trying some of that. Wake up at 50 years old and find out we might have a collection of financial accidents. And those are the folks that we see walking into our office saying, what do I do with this stuff? How do I get into shape? How do I turn this stuff into some income when I stop working? Because I'll have Social Security, but I'm going to need additional income. And so we do this day in and day out as certified financial planner professionals. Nancy and I and the 10 other certified financial planners do it for a fee on Monday through Friday. But on Saturday morning, we are here absolutely free. So if you have any questions regarding your personal finances, how they might impact decisions that you're trying to make about stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate, long-term health care, IRAs, annuities, life insurance, reverse mortgages, all that and more, we are here, and we are here live. And by the way, this is the only financial call-in show that's hosted exclusively by certified financial planner professionals. It is not a one-hour monologue to talk about our company, but we do actually take calls from our clients, and these are the things we handle day in and day out because we are certified financial planner professionals. So if you have any questions about any of that stuff, the good news for you, you can be the first caller for 2019 by simply picking up the phone and dialing these magic numbers.
844-220-0965. That is 844-220-0965. Is there a prize for being the first caller in 2019?
I don't know. Maybe. We can enter them into a drawing, maybe.
Oh, I mean, just...
We've got the Springs concert coming up, right, Nancy?
Yes, we do.
Oh, I was joking, but now you've upped the game a little bit. All right, well, 844-220-0965. That is 844-220-0965. Text machine is up and running. The text machine's back for 2019. 21232. We just asked you to keep it about 160 characters because that's all we could see on the screen. And 21232 is the number to do that. Topic for today, first topic of 2019, 3 resolutions that may lead you to a successful financial future. Nancy Heck.
Yes, and I would actually like to use the word stronger than may, but, compliance issues. But once you hear them, you'll realize. So the first one is to start, and if you've already started, then beef up your emergency fund. Cash is king. An emergency fund, I call it the toe of the sock account, and you have to determine for yourself what is the proper amount to have an emergency fund. And these are the dollars that you use in a true emergency, not to, buy a vacation or buy a new car. That's something that you would set up a sinking fund for, money that you're going to spend for a specific purpose and you're going to be stashing it for that. And an emergency fund is for when you have a true emergency, medical, hurricane, whatever the case may be, just to get you over the hump. The second one is to get rid of consumer debt. And I know a lot of people charge things during the holidays when they go shopping. I believe that you should only charge what you can afford to pay off as soon as you get your bill. And then you're borrowing that money interest-free for a very short period of time. I'm not talking about a lot of people have a mortgage and a car payment, and I don't have a problem with that. I'm talking about the credit card debt. So if you have an emergency fund, then when you do have an emergency, you don't have to go charging whatever and then start that cycle of cash flow being a big problem. And the third one is to increase your deposit to your corporate retirement accounts beyond the company match. A lot of people say, well, my company will match 3%, they'll match 4%, that's all I'm going to contribute. You're doing yourself a huge disservice. I think that you should contribute everything that you can comfortably contribute to your payroll deducted corporate retirement account. I mean, you're paying the money in either federal income taxes or you're putting it into your own 401k, 403b account. So the money's going out of your pocket one way or another. It would be better in your own pocket versus going to the federal government. So those are my 3 resolutions that I think will help you have a successful future.
Those are very, very basic kinds of things. And unfortunately, many people are lacking one, if 2, if not all 3.
Yeah.
It's a difficult thing to do, but discipline separates the winners from the losers. And as you said, putting money into your 401k, your retirement plan, even your IRA is one of the best things that you can do, because when you retire, the only thing you will have to live on is what you've been able to save. And the government gives you an incentive to put money into those plans by getting an immediate tax deduction, and the money will grow for you without being taxed. But many people save what's left, which is the wrong thing.
Right.
You should always have a percentage. What percentage of your budget should go to savings? If your yearly budget.
10 to 15% if you can do it.
10 to 15?
Yeah.
Put that all in my 401k or leave off some for emergency funds?
Well, I mean, you have to have a balance. You know, you have to have cash. Cash is really important. And I believe not only, something checking, savings, money market, but I also believe, especially during hurricane season, to have actual paper cash in your house. So, when the store opens, but maybe they're not connected, you could still get something to eat or drink or, gas for your vehicle. So I look at cash both ways, actual money in your house and money in the bank. But you have to do both, and there has to be a balance. And if you get disciplined, doing it from the very first paycheck, then it's just a lifelong habit. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to worry about, trying to pay catch up as many people do when, in their 40s, 50s, or 60s.
One of the best trends that we've seen over the years, in fact, we do it with the 401k plans that we manage for our clients, is we encourage them to use what's called auto enrollment, which means that when you become a member of the firm, you join the company, you're automatically enrolled in their 401k plan unless you opt out. And statistics have shown that over 90% of the people don't opt out. But if you have to make the decision to opt in, unfortunately, many people defer that decision, don't make it, or it goes on, years go by, and said, gee, I wish I would have put the money in the 401k years ago. And so we're seeing an increase in participation because employers are recognizing that if they don't help their employees to save and they don't pay themselves first out of their paycheck, chances are they won't do it. So you have to discipline yourself, pay yourself first, and then spend what's left. Mm-hmm. But that's the secret to long-term financial security. It's not rocket science, as we say.
What are the things, or what are the tools, I should say, or the software for computer, or tablet, or smartphone that you guys use to help you with your personal finances to make sure that you're staying on your budget?
That we do personally?
Yeah. What are some of the ones you recommend for people? Is there a Quicken or Apple or Money Watch or anything to help people budget?
There's a whole bunch of stuff out there. Mint.com is one of them. I personally don't use one. My objective is I manage to max out my contributions to my retirement plans and then save everything that's left. And that's worked extremely well for me. I have a discipline not to be frivolous in some cases. My wife will probably disagree with me on some of those things, but generally that works. Some people use very basic things like just putting the regular monthly bills into an envelope in cash. Mm-hmm. And, you spend that and use that, and then if you got anything left, and one of those envelopes needs to be your savings or money that goes into a retirement account. What do you use, Nancy? Do you use anything?
Well, no, I don't. I mean, my husband was a big QuickBooks person, and I know a lot of people still use that. But it's a matter of also, as Joe said, making sure that you take care of the long-term future things first. Mm-hmm. And then, and
look 10 years down the road before 10 days down the road.
Well, exactly. Yeah. And I've had many discussions on the radio about need versus want when you're purchasing, and going to the back of the store as far as shopping goes. So you're getting stuff on sale versus paying full retail. Mm-hmm. Those little tiny habits really make a difference in the dollars that you have to spend.
And I think the challenge that we have is looking beyond today, looking beyond this week, looking beyond this month, looking beyond this year, and thinking long term. I mean, that's just human nature. It's easy to see what's right in front of you, but you never envision yourself being 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, or 80 years old. And before you know it, it's here, and you've wasted a lifetime hoping, wishing, dreaming, and then wake up to find out you haven't done anything. So one of the roles that we have as certified financial planners is when we do planning for our clients is show them the impact of their saving for their future and what it means if they don't save for their future. And that's really an eye-opener. Yeah. When you see how much that you could have and you will need to accumulate, that's really an eye-opener. But unfortunately, as we say, they don't teach you this stuff in school.
Yeah, the compound interest is quite the calculation.
It's the eighth wonder of the world.
Yeah.
But they don't teach us this stuff in school. And the problem with that is because it grows slowly to start with. You know, you don't see any huge gains. You know, we want instant gratification. Yes. You know, we get wrapped up in, man, I want to, Bitcoin. Man, I want to get that big run up like everybody else had. It doesn't work like that. Discipline and long-term perspective is what wins the game. And unfortunately, they don't teach us that stuff. And today, with today's society, we want everything instant, you know?
And time is a big issue. Yeah. Taking the time to actually do the planning. And then from the standpoint of after retirement, a discussion I had with some people that I met for the first time yesterday was how many years in retirement. You know, we plan for 25 to 30 years for the average client, based on the age that they're coming in and getting ready to retire. And people don't think about that. They think they're 62, 67, 70, and they're finally retiring. But I have to look at, how many years are you going to live? And I like to pull the plans out to 90, depending on family history, a little bit further than that. And a lot of people will say, well, nobody in my family's lived that long. You know what? What if you're wrong and I'm right? I would rather plan for something like that. But that's something that a lot of people don't think about. They think of the immediate maybe 5 years into retirement, but we have to look, 15, 20, 25 years to make these dollars last for our clients.
I'm planning to be 100.
Okay.
And anything beyond 100, it's going to be somebody else's problem.
Okay.
844-220-0965. 844-220-0965 will be my grandkids' kids' problem. 844-220-0965, the number to dial us up today. If you have a question for the panel, not only do we get on the radio each and every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. right here on WDBO, the Certified Financial Planners, the Certified Financial Group also hold workshops as a way to get out information.
Yes, we do. Nancy's got the listing here. Nancy, what do we have?
Okay, so the first workshop, Healthcare Options in Retirement, is Saturday, February 16th. All these are in our offices in Altamont Springs from 9 to 11. They're all hosted by Gary Abley, and light refreshments will be served. So that's Healthcare Options in Retirement, Saturday, February 16th. Next is Will Your Savings Last a Lifetime? That's Saturday, March 23rd. Countdown to Retirement, Saturday, April 13th. And Everything You Want to Know About Mutual Funds, Saturday, May 18th. If you go to our website, financialgroup.com, there's a workshop tab. You can drop down and make a reservation. I will tell you that these workshops tend to fill up pretty fast. So if any of these sound interesting to you at all, please go to financialgroup.com and reserve your spot.
That they do.
They are absolutely free. Leave your checkbook at home. Our objective is to give you information so you don't become a financial casualty, to give you some ideas that you can use now or sometime in the future, and also introduce you to our firm. What we do as planners that do financial planning and wealth management for a fee, and perhaps whether you need our services now or sometime in the future, you'll give us an opportunity to earn your business. So as Nancy said, go to our website. That's financialgroup.com. Financialgroup.com. Click on workshops. You can make your reservation right there online.
And leave your checkbook
at home. Yep.
Yes.
We're not going to try to sell you an annuity or some life insurance program or something. That's not what we do.
All right. 844-220-0965, the number to dial us up. Right now we pause to get the three big things you need to know.
Now, the three big things you need to know.
This is On the Money with the Certified Financial Group right here on News 96.5 WDBO, the show where we answer everything for buying and selling. Oh, no, that's the wrong show. We answer everything and help you get to that retirement finish line. I'm sorry, I got my scripts mixed up because I was pulling it up for the other show later today at noon. But to everybody who knows at 9 o'clock on WDBO is a certified financial group. Joe Bird is here alongside Nancy Heck, taking your phone calls at 844-220-0965. That is 844-220-0965. Not only are we on WDBO, we're on Facebook Live, Joe.
We are. For those folks that have Facebook, all you have to do is go to your Facebook page, go in the search bar, and type in Certified Financial Group. And up will pop the scenes, or behind the scenes, if you will, here at WDBL. You'll see Nancy and me and how we do this show and how the sausage is made, so to speak. So go to Facebook, go to Certified Financial Group, and you can take a peer in. You can even ask some questions through that text. In fact, we have a question that floated in right now, right, Nancy?
Right, yes, from Howard Kaplan in Alabama from Facebook Live. He's asking, do you recommend whole life or term insurance? So I'm a believer of buying protection and just paying for the protection. So if you're in a position where you can get 20, 25, 30-year term and all you're doing is paying for the straight protection, I think that's a more economical way to buy the protection that's necessary for your family in terms of life insurance. If somebody wants to have something that's longer term than that and go into a permanent type of insurance, then I think straight whole life is a decent way to go. I'm not a fan of variable universal, of anything that has all the extra expenses for the alleged great dividends and cash values that you will accumulate. Oftentimes, if you're going for permanent and whole life and it does accumulate some dividends, you can then use those dividends in the future to offset the premium payments. So my first choice is a long-term term policy, and then my second choice would be just a standard whole life.
There you go.
There you go.
All right.
Simple enough.
Simple
All right. 844-220-0965 is the number to dial us up. Peter in Titusville has done just that. Peter, go ahead. You're on with the Certified Financial Group.
Morning, Peter.
Good morning.
What's up?
This is a tax question, maybe a little bit outside the box, but maybe you can help me. My mother has in her trust, and she's living now, quite a number of houses. And she is interested in if she sells the houses, I know there's going to be like capital gains tax and other taxes related to depreciation and whatever else. So there'll be taxes to pay. But if she takes that after-tax money and gives it or disperses it to the beneficiaries of her trust, will those beneficiaries be liable for taxes?
Wait. Back up 2 sentences. You said something about giving away the tax money. I didn't follow you.
No. The proceeds from the sale, if she then gives cash to the beneficiaries, the recipient is never responsible for the cash. For the tax, excuse me. The tax would go against your mother. And this year... This year you can give $15,000. How much?
Even.
$15,000 even in a cash gift to anybody, friend, relative, whoever it may be, and not go above the gift tax exclusion. If she was to gift more than $15,000 to any one person, then she would chunk into her estate and gift tax.
Which is in the millions of dollars.
She can sell her properties, and this is well in excess of $15,000. So that aside, all taxes though would be assessed on her side of the transaction.
Correct.
So the children would receive after the money after, but they would not be liable.
Right.
Any tax.
Right. Depending on what they do. If anybody then takes the very generous gift from your mother and invests it, going forward, whatever dividends or capital gains they would earn would be taxable to them. But just receiving the gift, not taxable to the recipient.
But it generally doesn't make.
Okay.
But Peter, generally,
well,
Peter,
listen.
hang on. Generally, it doesn't make sense for your mother to sell those properties, pay taxes, then distribute the cash. Her beneficiaries would be better off to inherit those properties. They can sell them the day she dies and pay absolutely no tax.
They would get a step up in basis.
They could sell them after her
death.
decease.
Yes.
There are some family members that they're interested in having the money, and there's other that want to just leave it where it is, and so everybody's going to get, his own option on what he wants to do.
Uh-huh.
But we want to know what the facts are before we stumble forward.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, what you want to look at is the tax consequences, because that could be a pretty significant haircut right off the top. But if you need the money today, you may not have an alternative.
All right, thank you so much for the call, Peter. We are up against the break here to get the latest news, weather, and traffic with Dave Wall. But if you want to give us a phone call, it's 844-220-0965. That is 844-220-0965. We will continue to play tomorrow.
Today!
Right here on News 96.5 WDBO.
This is News 96.
And welcome back. This is On the Money with the Certified Financial Group right here on News 96.5 WDBO. It's all part of our Ask the Experts weekend. The Oracle of Orlando, Joe Burt, is here alongside Nancy Heck. They are certified planning professionals, the Certified Financial Group, taking your phone calls at 844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965. And Joe, in case anybody may have joined us during the latest news, weather, and traffic, what can they call you about today?
Well, Nancy and I are here to take questions that might be on your mind regarding your personal finances. We do this for a fee day in and day out. These are the kinds of things we work with our clients on. This program is not a 1-hour infomercial about how we can do this or that for you. We are here to help you. And as certified financial planners, that's what we do for a fee on Monday through Friday. But on Saturday morning, we are here absolutely free. So if you have any questions regarding your personal finances, as they might revolve around decisions that you're trying to make about an IRA, about a 401k, about a mutual fund, about life insurance, about reverse mortgages, all that and more, Nancy and I'm here to take your calls. We have a couple of lines open, so why don't we give them those numbers, Kyle?
844-220-0965. Kevin in Orlando has dialed this up. Kevin, you're on with the Certified Financial Group.
Good morning, Kevin. What's
Hi,
up?
Kevin.
How you doing?
Good. What's up?
I've been thinking about, and I've got a lot of issues with mine, but one thing I've been thinking about is a prepaid funeral in your financial planning.
Mm-hmm.
What's your take on that?
Not a bad idea.
I think if you can get as much of that done in advance, it makes things so much easier for your family.
Isn't it cheaper also?
Definitely it's cheaper. I mean, that's one area that the expenses go up every single year. I know in the state of Florida, because of how everything is and the water table is underground, just to open up the earth and to line the plot is about $10,000, and those expenses are going up every single year. So if you can, when you're still happy and healthy and nothing is imminent, go over all those plans and, decide with a rational, unemotional mind what type of casket, what type of service, who would you like to speak. All of that just makes everything so much easier. And yes, it will be less expensive.
The challenge is...
That's all about for me and my wife to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Then my kids wouldn't have to deal with it.
Yep.
Right.
Maybe the opening and closing.
Right.
Right. Kevin, what happens, and Nancy and I have seen this a lot, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners have had this experience as well. Mom or dad passes away, nothing's been done, and then the kids go to the funeral home, and they're emotional, and now they have to make these financial decisions, and, then you feel bad because you didn't do the very best. You didn't get them the gold casket with the platinum handles and all the other stuff, and they're spending more money than they need to. This way you can make rational decisions. You know what needs to be done. If you want cremation, if you want a regular funeral, you can decide what needs to be done, and it's done. So it is smart to do it, get it out of the way, and what's done is done.
Yeah, and as far as the stuff like gold cat, I would put myself in the cheapest box I could find.
Well,
just put me in a cardboard box.
There you go.
I ain't going to be there anyway.
And you can do shake and bake. That's
you can
it.
take the Jewish attitude. Plain pine box.
There you go.
Plain box.
There you go.
Plain cardboard box.
You got it.
So, all right, thank you.
All right,
Thank
Kevin,
you.
you're welcome.
All right, Kevin. If you want Kevin's line, it's 844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965. The number here to WDBO. Jonathan in Titusville's up next. Jonathan, go ahead.
Jonathan, what's up?
How y'all doing today?
Okay.
What can we do for you?
All right. Well, I'm a truck driver with a big company. And so, anyways, my question is, I'm contributing 10% to my 401k, and 5% is going to, the pre-tax, and then 5% is going to the after-tax.
Okay.
And so I'm 35. I got 3 kids and my wife.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering. I think I'd rather pay the taxes now because I don't know what the taxes are going to be when I need to pull the money out.
Okay.
When I'm older. So I'm just wondering if I'm doing it the best way I can, doing half and half. Or what do you think about that?
It depends.
Well, I think because of your age, I don't see a problem with that. The one thing that I would say, Jonathan, is when you get to the point where you can contribute a little bit more, have that go to the pre-tax. Because the pre-tax savings, it's whole dollars. And contributing more on a pre-tax basis may end up not changing what your net spendable is at all.
Oh, okay.
So I personally don't have a problem with you splitting it, again, because your age, and you make a very good point. Who knows what the tax laws are going to be like when you're ready to retire. But when you can
obviously, I know they're
increase
probably,
it,
probably not going to. Yeah, they're probably not going to continue to go down. So
no, and when you can increase it, do it to the pre-tax portion. You differ, Joe?
Okay.
Well, it all depends on what your income is. Does your wife work outside the home, Jonathan?
No, she takes care of the kids at the house.
Okay, so
single,
it's just
single
your income. All right. And okay, so you have 3 kids. Chances are you're in the 22% tax bracket. And let me see. Let me take a quick look where you're going to be here.
Yeah, roughly about $50,000 a year, so it's not a whole heck of a lot.
Yeah, but you're probably in the 12% tax bracket. So you're not giving up too much by putting the money in the Roth. If you get beyond that tax bracket, though, I like to see people put their money in the on the pre-tax side because you don't give up the tax deduction today that we know that's guaranteed. There's no guarantee that the rules on the Roth won't change down the road, and I've been suspect of that. So I don't disagree with Nancy entirely. In fact, for where your tax bracket is, you're probably okay. But I also think she's 100% on where she says limit the 5% to the Roth and then start putting in more on the pre-tax side.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you guys for everything.
Right.
Thank
you,
you.
Jonathan.
Be safe
Good
on
luck
the
to you.
road.
All right. Thanks so much, Jonathan. If you want Jonathan's line, it's 844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965. We also have the text machine up and running as well, 21232. That is 21232. We just ask you to keep it to about 160 characters because that's all we can see on our screen. John in Orlando's now up next. John, go ahead. You're on with the Certified Financial Group.
Good morning, John.
John.
What's up?
Good morning. I'm curious, how much should $1 million return on financial planning a year?
Well, wait a minute. There's financial planning and then there's investing. And I presume you're talking about investing.
Well, either way.
Okay.
I've got $1 million. How do I get the best I get? Do I do it with investing or financial planning?
Well, actually, financial planning it puts together the roadmap for how to invest the dollars for you.
Okay.
We look at a lot of different things, John. We look at your age. We look at your fixed known sources of income. We look at how you're living your lifestyle, plus taxes, plus inflation. And we look at what your attitudes are towards risk. All that's part of the planning work that we do to put together the roadmap, the blueprint, whatever acronym or example you wish to use. That gives us the guide as to what investments we can suggest to help you have a successful retirement with your $1 million. And then
right now I've got it invested in a 70 and 30,
Mix.
70 stocks and 30
okay.
All right.
bonds.
And you're how old?
70.
Okay. All right. And depending on what your attitudes are towards risk, that may be an appropriate mix for you.
Depending on what your other sources of income are.
It's hard to say. And
No other sources of income.
Okay.
Are you,
All right.
Are you drawing from it now?
No, not yet.
Okay. Is this in a retirement plan, an IRA?
No, this is just straight out investments.
Okay. All right.
So, I mean, the one thing that I would be happy to offer is giving you a second opinion on the assets that you're currently invested in. Do you truly have diversification in your 70-30, or is, there are a lot of duplication on the equity side, maybe also on the income side, and have some discussions with you about risk and just give you a second opinion that would be completely
Because my wife and I
unbiased.
have got to start drawing out of our retirement investments with her past company and my stuff this year.
Okay.
Well, you bring
And we're paying quarterlies, and I'm sick and tired of paying such a high amount.
Okay.
Well, you brought up the way you opened your question, John. It's interesting. You asked if you conflated financial planning and investing, and as Nancy tried to explain, they are two totally separate things. As certified financial planners, what we do for our clients are both of them. Then the financial planning is looking at where you are today, what you need to do, so you're going to be okay in 20, 25 years from now. And you're not taking unnecessary risk. And we charge a fee for that, and the fee is a function of time and complexity. And then that tells us how conservatively you can invest that money and still have a high probability of never running out of money. And we do that, what we call do a Monte Carlo analysis. We stress test it to look at the probability of our projections coming true. So good planning, good investing, I should say, requires good planning.
So, John,
What is
are
your
you
fee?
are you? That's what I was wondering. Are you asking? Is it worthwhile? What can you expect from somebody that you're paying a fee to manage your assets for you?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so at the level that you're at, I would say that the fee is modest. I can speak for how. I would say that the average fee, and certainly not at $1 million, it would be less than that, is 1% a year. We have a fee schedule. Again, at $1 million, it would certainly be less than 1% per year to manage assets for you.
One of the things that we bring to the table is the ability to pick and choose from what we believe to be the very best investments that are out there. We don't have any house products. We're not owned by anybody. We're not part of a big national firm. So we can pick and choose from the very best products that are out there, and we can find you the best products at what we think are the best prices. And so that oftentimes, in fact, I had an engineer, engineers can sometimes be very analytical, and I love them because we have these theoretical discussions, did the calculation on our fee versus what we've been able to save him in terms of transaction costs, because we're not compensated by buying and selling and commissions, and also the ability to buy very, very low-cost investments. He says, this almost pays your fee. I'm almost getting your services for free. So that's what we bring to the table. But once again, it needs to be backed up to how conservatively can you invest your money and still going to be okay. So when that market takes a big plunge like it did on Thursday, you're okay. And then if you, and particularly if you have somebody guiding you, because people that are trying to do this on their own, a lot of them, some people I'm sure bailed out on Thursday. Don't you think, Nancy?
None of my clients.
Mine either, but I'm sure.
I was buying for my clients on Thursday.
Yes.
Right.
But John,
so right now I'm earning about 6% on my money.
Okay.
All right.
And it's on a sliding scale of fee from 4% to 1%.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. John, I'm going to invite you to come in and let me give you a second opinion on what you're invested in, what you're actually paying, and then give you some basis for comparison.
Okay. And
all right.
Where are you located?
We're in Altamont Springs. Our phone number is 407-869-9800. Our address is 1111 Douglas Avenue. You can reach me also at Nancy, Nancy, at financialgroup.com. And just
Okay.
call or email for a complimentary sit down.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, John. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, appreciate it, John. Thank you so much. If you want John's line, it's 844-220-0965, 844-220-0965. What is it, 1111 Douglas Avenue, right?
Correct.
That's it. Just south of 434.
Isn't that what I said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just reminding everybody that's the thing. You need to type into your GPS right now and then hit save. So when you pop up, you know what? I think it's time to go over to the Certified Financial Group. You've got the address, 1111 Douglas Avenue. All right, 844-220-0965. We will continue to plan tomorrow.
Today.
Right after we get the three big things you need to know.
Now, the three big things you need to know.
3.
Welcome back. This is On the Money with the Certified Financial Group right here on News 96.5 WDBO. It's all part of our Ask the Experts weekend. We've almost come up to the end of the show here. 5 minutes left to get your question answered at 844-220-0965. That is 844-220-0965. 0965. Joe Burt and Nancy Hecht are here. And, well, we had a great call. A couple of callers today here. It was off to a slow start, but a really solid kickoff to 2019. And, with 4 minutes left, I guess, Nancy, what are some of the best ways to reach out during the week and to get started with the consultation to get 2019, the year you actually get that financial plan on paper and into action?
Well, I think the easiest way for most people is to go to our website, which is financialgroup.com, where you can schedule a complimentary consultation with one of the certified financial planners. And as I had mentioned earlier, you could look at the workshop list and make your reservation for the workshop. You can take a look at all of us and read our bios and this week's must read and our various different blogs. There's a lot of information at financialgroup.com. If you prefer to call, our phone number is 407-869-9800, Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5:30.
And if you go to our website, please spend some time on the folks that are there at Certified Financial Group. You will notice that all of us are Certified Financial Planner professionals, and there is distinction in the profession. Although Certified Financial Planning has been around for 30, almost 40 years now, it's just now coming into vogue as to really what the distinction is between someone who can call themselves a Certified Financial Planner Pro and someone who just says they're an investment advisor, a wealth manager, or just a financial planner. It takes today it takes a course. You have to pass a course that runs a couple years, a 2-day exam that has about a 50% pass rate, a college degree, continuing education, code of ethics, and all that stuff. And we're proud to have a dozen of those folks under our firm. We have the largest complement of certified financial planner professionals than anybody in Central Florida. So when you're working with us, you can be sure that you're working with a pro, not somebody who just, and there's nothing wrong with people just starting in the business, but if you're going to go in for heart surgery, you want to have somebody that's been around for a long time. And Nancy and I, despite the fact she has no gray hair, have been around a long time. So
I have a good colorist.
So give us a call. As Nancy said, you can call us, reach us Monday through Friday. But the best way to learn all about us is go to financialgroup.com, financialgroup.com. We're also a CFEX certified firm, which means that we have passed the highest standards of fiduciary compliance and obligation, and there's only a handful of companies around the country that have that designation. So we work with our clients as fiduciaries. We charge a fee. Be wary of people that are going to do financial planning for you for free because it is a come-on. We charge a fee, but the fee is modest, and time again, I've heard clients say this is one of the best things I've ever had done because it gives you peace of mind because for the first time, maybe you'd really know where you need to go. So 2019 is an opportunity.
And if I could reiterate what we said at the top of the show, get your emergency fund in place, get rid of your consumer debt, and save for your retirement to the greatest extent that you comfortably can in your pre-tax corporate plan.
That's it.
Well, a lot of people have always asked, well, who certifies the Certified Financial Group? Look no further than the CFEX, right, Joe?
Well, let's see. The firm has been Certified Advisory Corp, our investment advisory firm, has been certified by CFEX, which is Center for Fiduciary Excellence, which is an international firm that comes in and does an audit of your entire firm. They spent 3 days with us in a 130-page questionnaire, and it's really rigorous. Yeah. But we passed the test, and we're glad to have it.
And the other thing is, I've known Nancy for 12 years, and she hasn't aged a day.
No,
it's amazing. I want to know your secret. That's what I want to know. All right, that's going to do it for this week's edition.
In the closet.
And that's going to do it for this week's edition of On the Money with a Certified Financial Group. We will continue to plan tomorrow,
today,
next week, right here on News 96.5 WDBO.